if you want to send out a link, say in an email, to a particular Razor page in your Asp.NET application, you're going to need that to be an absolute URL. Let's mash on that.
Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Asp.NET Monsters. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about absolute URLs. Not to be confused with absolute positioning or absolute vodka. Oh my gosh, now it's an adult video. Yeah, we're going to get
What have you
rid of
done?
YouTube. I should not have mentioned alcohol.
What have you done,
put
Simon?
they're gonna put like an info thing, like a little blue warning that says, check the facts on this video.
Well, technically we're not
people-
rated for children, so
People should be checking out facts anyway.
I think you're right.
they really should be. Just good practice. Okay, this is something that I've just, like, every time I go to do it, I have to look it up. So I thought it's time to record a video on exactly how that is so that I can not have to look it up next time. I can just look at the video. But what I have here is this register page that has code as one of the route parameters into it. So the URL for this would be wherever my app is /register/ and then the code, whatever that unique code is. Just a simple page. It just renders out the code again, doesn't actually do anything. But I want to send that out in an email to, say, a new user so that they can go and click on that register link with the code. But because it's not local, I can't just do like the usual ASP page register, because that's just going to do a relative URL. So turns out this is one of these things that used to be really hard in previous versions of the framework. You had to do a fair bit of work or just get the right combination of things to do it properly. But what we can do is I'm just going to create a property here called URL for register. And on my index page in the code behind on get, what I'm going to do is use the URL helper here. So it's already available on your page model from the base class. It's just an iURL helper. There's actually an override on here, so page is just going to give you a relative URL, but if you do page link, that's going to give you an absolute URL. Then I can just say, here's the name of my page. This is /register, and then I need to give it the value as well, or the route parameter that I want, so the code that I want it to use. So there's a whole bunch of different parameters that are optional here with the page link. We don't have a page handler or any of these things this time. We don't have to specify the protocol or host. We want it to just use whatever is within the current context of the running app. So I can just tell it the values and just use a anonymous class here to say that I want the code to be a unique code that would have been generated through some other mechanism. And this is not JavaScript, this is C#. So
We run into that all the time.
The council of the curly brace languages really needs to meet and get that straightened out.
well, the thing that
Let's
gets
do
me
that
is
now.
that to specify the argument that I'm doing here, I use the colon, and then in here I have to do the equals.
By that time, your brain's already in JavaScript
Yeah,
mode. It's
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
Exactly what happens. Okay, so that's my code. I'm just going to say URL for registering equals that, and then I'll just render that out on the page so that we can see it working. And that should be all there is to it.
Pretty excited about this. This is like way better than the way I normally do it.
Me too. It just took me a little while to find it. The right combination of passing things in. So there's my unique, oh. Did I just, is that actually what I typed in?
yeah, you typed in
Oh, okay.
string, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my page? I can't just edit C# and then expect it to...
Not yet.
So soon.
Once .NET 5 comes.
I saw a demo of it once, and now I just expect it to work everywhere.
I mean, you saw a demo of it like 5 years ago?
Exactly. There's the encoding.
There's the encoded version. Nice.
So I can just paste that in, and there we go. There's my unique code.
Beautiful, yeah, because I've always done this by like having to set an environment variable that contains the URL to whatever environment that I'm in.
Or you do this crazy thing with the trying to grab it out of the current request context. You can get the scheme and the...
Yeah. So does this work even if I have like a Cloudflare or something in front of my...
No, it wouldn't in that case. This would only work if you're edge facing, I guess, with this current process. Yeah. In that case, you would still need to use an environment variable of some sort.
But then you'd still be able to use... Oh, no, I guess you'd still need to encode your... Because you could still use the Url.link or Url.page, I guess, but...
Yeah, you'd do this one and then append whatever your environment variable is to the front of it.
There's probably a header that gets passed through from a proxy or something like that contains the information, but I don't know what that header is.
And it would probably depend on, or it might depend on the system too that you're using.
Interesting opportunity for some middleware.
Yeah, and also for part 2 of this.
Yeah.
There's always a part 2.
There's always a part 2. We don't always record it, but there's always a part 2. But that's it for part 1.
I thought, to be honest, when Simon said that's better than the way that I do it, I thought he was going to say that he got a notification on his phone and then wrote it out on a piece of paper and then took it over to the person's house. Like, I thought it would be a much more exciting story, because that's kind of what I've come to expect from Simon, just like you and your...
Like, that would be a way better story if I had like a flock of carrier pigeons that I dispatched to send people their URLs. But it's not the way I do things.
Yes.
Like, it is so expensive to keep tens of thousands of carrier pigeons.
Highly lossy protocol, so...
Yeah. All right, great. Well, thanks everyone for joining us on this carrier pigeon themed version of the ASP.NET Monsters. Remember to like, comment, and share, and we'll see everybody in the next episode.
Mash on that subscribe button. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.